Absolute dynamite. Oh my goodness.
Oscar Davis for IFL TV in association with MTK Global, and we're in Ultimate Boxer 6 in Manchester. In your ends?
Yes, great Manchester watching a minute, but yeah.
Good night?
Yeah, good night. Good night. It always is, isn't it? It always is. Listen, we didn't see as many knockdowns or as many knockouts as what.
Some cracking fights.
We does it with some belting fights. The semi-final between Sandlund and Bennett, unbelievable. The heart shown by both boys. It was good, and then you had the crowd, what Florian Mark who brought. Yeah, it was like turned into little Albania. It was brilliant. Yeah, good night. Good night.
If there was an Ultimate Boxer of the people on the panel, so would it be you, Malinarji?
Yeah, Amir.
Coldwell, let's add Coldwell in there. Dave, at the last one. Semi-finals, who wins?
Semi-finals.
Who wins?
Who draws who?
You draw Coldwell.
Dave was tricky over 3 rounds. I'd get him. Dave would get you. Amir, it'd be me and Amir in the final.
Who are you going for? I reckon you'll stop him, mate.
Oh, mate, I wish I had your confidence. Amir, do you know what I was thinking? You know, when you think how good of an amateur Amir was, I'm not taking this serious question, by the way, but Amir would be, you put any fighters in the world over 3 rounds, you'd have a good chance of any of them. Yeah, of course you would.
Right, the serious stuff. Let's talk about Saturday, jump straight into it. Joshua Ruiz, first talk to you about Joshua's performance, and
I thought it was a fantastic performance. The pressure, the expectation on Joshua, you know, if he was to lose that fight, his left jab was brilliant, the left arm was brilliant from Anthony Joshua, and I thought it was a brilliant performance. A lot of people talking about, I think what he's going to ask me about Ruiz's weight and that. I don't believe it made so much of an issue. I mean, his feet was a bit slow getting inside, but nah, I don't think we can use that as an excuse. I think the tactics set out by Rob McCracken and the team, Joshua got behind his jab, and it might have not been the most exciting for some people, but it was a very, very good performance.
Why is it that Joshua isn't perhaps getting the credit that he deserves for that one?
I don't know.
Is it simply because it wasn't a knockout?
Possibly because there wasn't the thrills and spills, the first fight, the knockout, what a lot of people want, but that was a very polished performance.
Well, yeah, you might get a lot of people who would credit Fury for the same thing, etc., which is an argument which has come up. So, like,
yeah,
why?
a few people have said that, and but I think listen, you get a lot of. I don't like saying armchair fans because everyone's entitled to their opinion. But they've probably thought, I paid 25 quid, we wanted to see a knockout. They weren't happy, but on a boxing point of view, that was a fantastic performance.
For Ruiz now, I mean, when you hear the excuses after the fight, I mean, surely that's going to put promoters and people off, sort of even involving him again.
I don't believe, listen, he was only a little bit heavier than last time. I know people are saying it's stone, but he got on fully clothed. He said he'd whether he had or not getting onto the scales. I don't believe his body fat was much. There was much difference than last time. Might have been lower, do you know what I mean? But I don't know how much of a performance, how much of a difference that made. I think what made a difference was the tactics out by Joshua and him dominating behind the left jab.
What would Ruiz have had to done to overcome a tactic like that?
He would have had to get inside. His feet had to be faster to get inside. Then he couldn't get past the jab. A little bit more head movement. You know, make himself a little bit smaller as well. I think that's what I would have been saying for him to try and do. But yeah, I mean, me for one, I thought Joshua. I actually tipped Joshua. I thought it was going to be the first 4 or 5 rounds. If not, I was worried that he would get, you know, Ruiz to catch up with him. But nah, I got it wrong. He got behind the jab and boxed lovely.
Rank the top 3 now. Fury, Wilder, Joshua.
Top 3. Listen, I think you've got to say Fury's number 1. I think he was the man before he went away, and then he come back and he beat Deontay Wilder. Let's be honest.
Of course he did, yeah.
It was a terrible decision. So then I think it's out of 2 and 3. Who you rank at 2 and 3? Who's had the? I don't know what that Luis Ortiz win. Those 2 wins to knock him out twice is very impressive. So they put him at 2, but we want to see AJ in. We want to see AJ in with either one of them, and we'll see. I think, like, from a British point of view, it's Tyson Fury,
yeah, cool.
AJ. We'd love to see it, but you know, every credit to Anthony Joshua after last week. You know, like I said, the pressure, the expectation that was on him, and to come through like that, every credit.
You're shooting down to Brentwood tomorrow,
man. Yeah, in the morning.
Mr. Hosea Burton
to London, yeah.
in the golden contract. talk to me about the sort of group in the Golden Contract. It's sort of it's a bit of a strange mix, isn't it? Strange
It is, and honest to God, weeks ago we called it where we said, right, we went, what if Ophi and Bob end up on opposite sides of the draw, there's a great chance they'll fight, depending on what number seed there was. If by any chance one of them's the 4th pick, they'll 100% fight each other. I know it's like, oh, if this, if that, but because no one was going to pick Ophi. I don't think anyone was going to pick. Well, I just that very, awkward, tricky style of Ophi. Again, awkward, heavy-handed. And the fight tomorrow, I mean, Ophi said it when they got picked. It could have been the final, possibly, but that's not to disrespect any of the other lads. Just my opinion. My opinion is he's got a tricky fight tomorrow, Ophi, but if he performs the way he can do, the way I've seen him in the gym, he wins this tournament. If every fighter performs the way they can do, Ophi wins that tournament. Do you know what I mean?
Is it the battle of the avoided men?
Fights, what's that?
Is it the battle of the avoided men?
Yeah, I think it is. I think it is tomorrow. I mean, there's some great fights on the card, in the tournament. But I do believe that. And listen, Ophi said this again in his press conference. Might not be the prettiest fight. It might be a horrible fight. Hopefully not. Sometimes those kind of fights shock us. But we'll see. And hopefully, he's a lad who's had a lot of hard luck. And hopefully he gets his chance. Well, he has got his chance. He wins that tournament. It puts him sort of where he wants to be.
Alright, Anthony, thanks for giving me some of your time.
Thanks for having us, Oscar, as always, man.
No, pleasure, and hopefully catch up with you soon.